gonna lie. I'm gonna be straight with you guys. I actually was getting a little emotional during that. I'm not straight up in tears, but I was getting a little... I was invested in that. And the character sold that scene so well. Like, Futaba's voice actress, Erica Limbeck, did a really good job. Like, she was selling it really well. That was amazing. But my one question is, didn't Futaba say she had a way to get her out of there? I thought Futaba was gonna straight up give her a body. Or something like that. Or get her out of the phone somehow. Alright, but that happened. That was a really good ending. I like that. I was a little worried that the ending was going to be rushed, but that ended fine. But like right when Ichinose said like I was going to go on a journey, learn about the heart, that's when I knew I figured Sophia was going to go with her. I actually thought Sophia was going to be with us, but when Ichinose brought up that journey, I kind of figured that would be Sophia's purpose. Also, this is nice how we're kind of going through every single cutscene. Alright, but I guess I should talk about the game. We're gonna get the easy stuff out of the way first. The music's really good. It's Persona. I think the game adds really good tracks. Last Surprise is a great track. The remix of it, I love. What You Wish For, great track. Axe to Grind, great track. I also love the final boss themes. And I think the jail theme is really nice. Basically, all-around track. And most of the soundtracks used from Persona 5. Really good. Where do I want to go from here? Gameplay, I guess? I really like the gameplay in this game. It's got some issues. And I thought the early game was really rough because the game takes so long to give you revival items. So the early game ends up being rough because if your characters die, you literally can't get them up. I found that the gameplay really picked up probably in the third jail, which is like the 15 to 20 hour mark is when the gameplay really picked up. But the gameplay is really fun. It's very faithful to Persona. Faithful to Persona 5 and Persona in general with hitting weak points, getting one mores, and all out attacks. Very faithful to that, so that's really good. It translates really well into action. Like, I love what the game did. It's really good how it, like, I love how it manages to be kind of a Musou game, but even then, it feels more like an action RPG. Because the game had some challenging moments, and it definitely, you cannot button mash, you definitely have to use strategy a bit. You do have to pay attention to weak points and all that, so it's very faithful to Persona 5. Which, honestly, that's, like, the best thing about the combat, because Persona 5 has, like, one of the best turn-based combats, or just Persona in general. Yeah, really good. Combat was, like, all around phenomenal, with a few gripes. There are a few problems. I feel like the camera's very wonky. Also, as I've mentioned many times, a lot in the end game, I feel, the Phantom Dash and the one more being tied to the O button. It makes it where one mores are very difficult to pull off sometimes when you're surrounded by Phantom Dash opportunities. That was really annoying. Stunning, very annoying. They do have a feature where you can like move the control stick and kind of shorten the stun time, but it still is pretty bad. Still pretty annoying, the stun, but other than that, I really don't have much to say about the combat. Character game styles are cool too. Is this really the end of the credits already? Oh, these pictures. I love that. And they even got Zenkichi in there. That's nice. Oh, Joker going back home. My goodness. Oh, we got more?
He should be out any second. There! Oh.
It's about time we got going too, huh?
So we'll go our separate ways, once more.
It's a little sad. Saying goodbye, I mean.
Come on! It's never goodbye forever! We'll be back in a flash! Sure will.
Yeah.
Until next time, Phantom Thieves!
We're in public, guys. But anyway, oh my goodness. Those were quick credits. Honestly, that ended perfectly. Oh, and that's Ichinose. Sophia got a body? Is that what that meant? By loading the save file, you will be able to continue the game before. Sure. Yeah, hit me up with the your save. Can I just load the game as is? We are done with stream for today, but I'm gonna talk about the game. But honestly, that ending's perfect. I can't think of a better way to end it. I was a little worried. I thought the ending was gonna be really rushed. I think they did it really well. But anyway, the gameplay is really good. I do really like all the character gameplay styles. I have my least favorites, probably Ryuji and Morgana, which, I mean, they're probably my least favorite characters too, so it kind of translates well. But every character in that game is fun to play as. I found in this game, every character was fun to play as. I didn't, like, not enjoy playing as anyone. Even Ryuji had his moments in gameplay. Yeah, gameplay was just all around really good with a few gripes, but honestly, not too bad. Really fun. And the graphics are very similar to Persona 5, so I don't really have to talk about that too much. And finally, the story and characters. I really want to talk about this game. I'm going to be comparing it a lot to Persona 5. But I'm going to talk about it by itself first. The story's good. I do like the story. I think the story was really interesting. I like the whole concept with the monarchs. I like the whole... I want to get out of this menu. I kind of want to hear music. Yeah, we can do this. Perfect. Alright, well, what happens if I load this? Before I keep talking.
I have been awaiting you, trickster.
Okay.
You have prevailed through many trials. Unfortunately, I have yet another request. Unbeknownst to me, a certain being calling itself a god has been generating distortions.
Does it literally just proc me back into cutscenes?
It has grown to become a threat that is sure to stand in our way. A number of malignant entities have taken up residence within jails. These abominations hold such power that they threaten the safety of even this place, where we currently stand. It pains me to ask such a daunting task of you, so close to your decisive battle. But for the sake of preserving peace across all realms, would you defeat the monarchs of the jails once more?
What? Sure, yeah, but what's happening?
Thank you. I had faith that you would not disappoint. I ask that you depose each monarch as soon as you are physically able, then return here.
What?
I shall send you this appeal as an official request.
What is happening? The post-clear game world. Welcome to post-clear game. Your game will continue just before the battle with the demiurge. There is post-game. New requests have been added. Try complete all the requests to have a strong reading and the painful pass request in order to challenge a terrifying foe. Oh, painful pass is the boss refights.
With that said, please, take care out there.
There's just more requests. Alright.
This is the request.
Alright, so yeah, the playthrough is not over.
You're doing this one?
Alright, Prison Mail Part 9.
You're accepting
Trapped in the
this
Great
request?
Tree. That's for, the thing.
Let's do our best.
Accept all these. This is junk. Oh, I have this done. Perfect.
Okay, are you double
Report
checking
that really quick.
request? Mission accomplished.
Easy.
You're accepting
Oh, another
this
Thief's
request?
Challenge. It's just anyone's
You're accepting this
challenge.
request? Time to get to work.
Oh my goodness. We have to play Alice Hiragi again? And Natsume and Mariko? Oh my goodness. Alright, well. Hold up.
You're accepting this request?
Wow, there's like lots of stuff to do.
You're doing this one?
Hold up.
Are you double
Don't accept this because I
Okay.
want to have all
It's
these
canceled.
accepted.
You're doing this one?
We're gonna start next stream by doing all
Let's
this.
do our best. You're doing this one? Time to
Do you
get
know
to
how
work.
many
You're
requests
doing
are there?
this
Are these
one?
all the
Time to get to-
requests?
You're doing this one? Time to get to work.
Oh, and there are 2 new dire shadows that appear, I've been told. So we have to go defeat those. We'll do that after.
Are you double checking the request?
I should write
Are
something.
these all the requests? We just have to do the painful pass and eventually probably fight the Reaper. I'm gonna look into the post game a bit.
This is the request.
We are gonna do all these requests. What's this?
Are you double checking?
Oh, this is the
request?
thing I chose not to fight. Yeah, I do want to know actually right now.
Here's what I found.
That'd be great because I was probably gonna look it up if I don't know. And once I get an answer, we're gonna I'm gonna continue talking about the game and my review on it. We're definitely we're like at 5 hours. We're gonna be over time because I have to talk about the game still. So we're gonna mess with this next time. I kind of want to know, so I want to know like how much I can do. Like, can I do this all in one stream? Hypothetically, right? If I do like a 4-hour one, I should be able to. Just waiting for chat to give me an
I'll just
answer
add
here.
this.
I'll read it after. I'll just continue talking. Head back to the title screen. And I'm gonna continue talking about the game a bit. Alright, so where was I? Story, I think? I was talking about how I really like the monarchs, and I love the concept of, what was I saying? Yeah, so the monarchs, oh, chat responded. Post game has 9 or 10 requests. Most of them are boss fights. Once you beat the first 3, you'll get a Kanoe boss again. Beat all of them will get you the last question, which is fighting the Reaper. Okay, so I think I'm understanding this. I have to fight Hyodo, Alice, and Natsume again. Gets me Kanoe when I beat all 3 of them. This all leads to the Reaper. I have those requests. Tree of Knowledge Thief Challenge. And, the Prison Mail is a quick thing, so I'm not going to count that. And Junk Collection, which I just did, so I don't have to worry about that. And then you unlock New Game Plus. Gotcha. Alright. We're going to do all that. So, I think for next time, we're going to do all the painful past boss fights. We have to fight the last 2 dire shadows because they appeared. We also have to do that other dire shadow that the strong shadow I didn't do. Alright, we're gonna do all that next time. We could probably fit it in one stream, hopefully. But anyway, back to the game. Story. I really like the monarchs. I love the way the story is set up. Like, I love how it's not like a retreading of Persona 5. It has enough unique elements in it. It was kind of a retreading of Persona 5. It's a sequel, so it has some references here or there. You really can't get anything out of this without Persona 5, I feel. Even though they made this game newcomer friendly, you really should play Persona 5 first. You won't really get much from this game without Persona 5. The game doesn't take time to explain anything, so... Yeah, the story's amazing. I love the monarchs, the concept of, like, going into their backstories and learning how they got their traumas and how they became monarchs, because we never really got that with the palace rulers. We never really got how they were bad, only with some of them. Like, Maruki, to name a few, who's in Royal. But yeah, story was really well done. I also really like the, Sophia is a great character. I know most of the story revolves around her learning about the human heart. Sophia is a really cool character, and not just because she's an AI who gets development, and I'm a fan of that archetype, but also she is a great character. And I love her. Yeah, the story was really good. I didn't really, oh, don't play that opening. I didn't really, foresee the, Ichinose twist. But I kind of had a feeling something was up with Ichinose. I knew that they weren't going to bring Ichinose into the game and not do anything with her. I figured something was going to happen. I didn't really know what, but, I figured she might have been maybe bad. I don't know. I figured something, but it wasn't a bad twist. I didn't see it coming, but you can kind of tell something was up. But also Zenkichi's phenomenal. The way they integrate him into the story is nice, and Akane, his relationship with Akane, Zenkichi is basically a better Dojima. Dojima is from Persona 4. He's the uncle you stay with in Persona 4, and he has a daughter named Nanako. And I don't hate Dojima, I don't dislike him, but he definitely has some flaws, and he's one of the lower tier characters. So I basically think Zenkichi is a better Dojima IMO. That's what I felt. But yeah, Zenkichi's a great character. He was a great addition to the Phantom Thieves. So was Sophia. They were both great. I also did say I was going to talk about the Phantom Thieves themselves. They each have their own, like, designated arcs. Like, Alice's arc focuses on a bit, and Natsume focused on Yusuke. They were both nice to see that, like, Yusuke kind of using everything he learned from the Madarame arc in that arc was nice. Also, having the whole Alice arc. Basically, the Phantom Thieves got their own arcs. But, like, what I'm really happy about with these characters, specifically, I think Haru, the game does Haru more justice, because I said this before, I really feel like besides Haru's confidant in Persona 5, she really doesn't get much development because she comes so late, and that's when plot is happening. But this game really does Haru justice. I feel like they gave Haru more spotlight, and I'm glad, because I thought Haru was a great character, but I thought the only thing putting her down was the fact that she didn't get enough. But they give her enough spotlight in this. I'm gonna be real with you, I feel like they didn't really give Ryuji much of a... I feel like of all the characters, obviously they're fleshed out because they have they're fleshed out in Persona 5. But I feel like in Strikers, Ryuji really doesn't get his own arc. I definitely feel like Ryuji is the weakest. And I'm not just saying that... Look, I've been joking around about the whole... I've been joking around with, like, disliking Ryuji. As I've said, I don't hate Ryuji, but I don't really care for him. It's a long story. But, for real, like, jokes aside, I really feel like Ryuji's just the weakest of the characters. Like, jokes aside, I really just feel like Ryuji's the weakest because he doesn't get his own arc, and he doesn't really relate to any of the targets personally, or he never really, like, I don't know, he never really gets, like, on a personal, not really a personal level, but he doesn't really, like, I'm trying to think of the way to put it. Like, relate to the case. He doesn't really associate with the case. He's kind of just along for the ride, which is kind of the case for all of them. But at least all of them have their own, like, time to shine. I feel like Ryuji never really, like, he brings out a comment here or there, and he's still involved, but he doesn't really get that same treatment that everyone else gets. Which is, like, again, it's fine, like, he's not a bad character, he's just, I mean, some people in my chat would disagree, but he's not a bad character, but Ryuji is the weakest of the Phantom Thieves. I think Ryuji is the worst character. Actually, no, Morgana is the worst character. Ryuji is the second worst character, I think. And then, basically, everyone else is, like, pretty similar to what I ranked them at Persona 5 Royal. I think Yusuke is still my favorite. No, I said An was my favorite, didn't I, in Royal? I think I said An was my favorite. I think I like Yusuke more than An, but An is a close second. And Haru, like, rises up in the rankings. Like, Haru was in my lower tier because of her low spotlight time, but Haru is higher in the ranks in this game because she gets much more time. I also feel like Makoto gets some spotlight. She gets more spotlight than Ryuji for sure. I definitely feel like Makoto doesn't get as much as, like, An, Yusuke, or Haru. Or even Futaba. Futaba gets a lot of spotlight too. I just feel like... But yeah, I really just think Makoto also. Like, Makoto's still great. She had her moments. I do like... She had her moments with, like, Akane and, like, relating to Zenkichi. So actually, she got pretty good development. But it felt like at times Makoto a bit too. But I think Ryuji just contributes the least to the plot. But that doesn't mean, like, he contributes nothing. He does contribute, of course. But, like, he does contribute the least. And I'm not just saying that because most of my, like, 75% of my chat hates him. But, I'm not just saying it for that. It's just... It's the truth, jokes aside. And Morgana's just, you know. But yeah, if I were to rank them in strikers context, I would say Ryuji, no, Morgana's last place. Ryuji is second to last place. Makoto might be. This sounds kind of harsh, but Makoto is probably my third least favorite. But I like Makoto. I don't hate Makoto. I like Makoto. But that's just the gap. The gap from Ryuji to Makoto, who is my third least favorite, is pretty large. So Makoto being low on the list does not mean I hate her. I do like Makoto. But in strikers, we're talking about strikers. Royal is different. Like, I feel like the way they develop in Persona 5 or Royal, whatever ranking you want to use, because they're near identical except for the third semester, like, they're going to be different, but they're similar. Because, obviously in that game, Haru is going to be lower ranked. But Makoto is a great character. I do like Makoto, but she's my third least favorite, I think. And I think, after that, it'd probably be, like, Futaba after that. Like, above Makoto. Or Haru, I'm not really sure. Futaba and Haru might as well be tied. And then I really like, and then Sophia would be above them because Sophia was great. And then Zenkichi would be above Sophia, then Yusuke. Yeah, that was hard to follow. How many characters are in this game? Makoto did get a good amount of screen time in Persona 5. That's true. That's true. That's true. You have to take into account that. That's a good point, actually, Raptor. You have to take into account how much they contribute in Persona 5. I feel like the game did the characters that didn't get much Persona 5 screen time justice. I think Ryuji got a good amount in Persona 5 if I remember correctly. I don't know, I feel like Ryuji was definitely in most of Persona 5. And he was like the first character you met, so maybe that's why they didn't give him as much in this game, which would make sense, honestly. Because they did that with Haru. They gave Haru more screen time in this. But you know. And Futaba. Futaba got a ton in Persona 5 as well, so that's probably why she didn't get as much either. And yeah, by the way, the critics are going to look at this in a different way. Just because I'm saying a character didn't get screen time in this game, that doesn't mean they're bad or didn't get screen time. It just means compared to. People pay attention to the negatives too much. I'm comparing them to other characters, but it doesn't mean they didn't get screen time. Like Makoto, like even Ryuji did get screen time, just not enough compared to the others, which isn't a bad thing, because this game is a sequel, so it's not really meant to flesh out characters. But yeah, I just think all the characters are great. Specifically, Zenkichi and Sophia are great additions to the Phantom Thieves. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, I want to talk about, like, the context. I love the story. I forgot to mention this with story, but I'll mention it right now. I love the, Phantom Thief road trip. I love how, like, Joker comes home, and this is kind of a moment to, like, spend summer vacation. I love how this game is summer vacation, basically. It's, like, a good context. And just the Phantom Thieves having that one get-together for the summer. And again, the farewell, the goodbye at the end, really, it kind of got me emotional. I was invested. It was really sad, I thought. The way they did that was really well. But yeah, I love the context of the Phantom Thieves and all that. Yeah, they did really well with this game. They did well with the characters. They did well with the story. They kept it faithful to Persona 5, which is good. The references on point. I love the references to Persona 5. Really good. Honestly, nothing else to say. Just really good. It's a good follow-up to Persona 5. It does well. And, I don't know. A lot of people are disappointed that this didn't take Royal into account. I want to be real with you. I'm a little upset. Not upset. I guess disappointed. I'm disappointed that there's no, like, Kasumi, Akechi, and Maruki, or mention of them or anything. Well, not Maruki. Maruki's a confidant. He probably wouldn't be in the game. But, I'm a little disappointed in a way that it's not based on Royal, but honestly, I think it gets the job done. I don't care that much. Like, I'm not of the opinion that this game is bad because it's not Royal canon. I think this game does well being Persona 5 canon, because the only thing you're losing from Royal is Kasumi entirely in just the 3rd semester. Which honestly is fine for me. Like, I don't mind that the game isn't Royal Canon, but, you know, it does make me miss the other characters a little bit. It makes me miss everything about Royal, but other than that, I'm fine with it being Persona 5 follow-up exact. But, you know, that's all I really have to say. I think I've ranked everything. But yeah, if I were to rank this according to Persona 5, I think Persona 5 is a better game. I like Persona 5 Royal more than this game. But not by much. I definitely think this game's combat is fun. Like, I have a reason to come back and play this game because the combat's really fun. But I think I like Persona 5 Royal more than this game. But this game does really well as a follow-up, and I would definitely play it. I'll definitely NG plus it in the future, and Platinum Trophy hunt. I will definitely get the Platinum Trophy for it, so really good. Like, I will play this game again. It's really good. I think they're pretty incomparable. I think I just like Royal more. Like, actually, I don't know. I really like Royal, like the confidants. I do miss the confidants in this game, but the bond system gets the job done. I think I like this story more, thinking about it now. I probably have to sit on it for a bit. Like, I have to sit on it after today's stream and think about it, but I think I like this game's story more than Persona 5 Royal. Or Persona 5, whatever one you consider. I think this game does better with the Monarch system and Emma and everything, rather than, like... Not that I don't like rebelling against adults and all that, and justice, but I think I really like this game's theme a little more than Royal, but Royal and Persona 5 still do really well. I think this game's story wins a bit. Combat's about the same. It kind of depends what I'm in the mood for, but this game gets the job done. Anyway, I'm done rambling. Those of you watching, I hope you all enjoyed. The playthrough's not over yet. I do plan to do probably one more stream. It might be done in one more. One more stream should get this game done, I think. But we will do all these requests. I can't guarantee the Junk Collection Part 6. But we'll do all the actual boss fights. Fight all the Dire Shadows and fight the Reaper. And I think that's everything. That's everything post-game has to offer. I'll look it up just in case. But I've been told that's everything. So we'll get this game done in one more stream. It's been, it's not over yet, but it's basically over, so it's been a fun ride. This game has been great. I had a great time with it. And this does conclude the main story. My goodness, I've been talking for like 5 hours. But yeah, this does conclude the main story, so I'll be moving on to other stuff after the last stream. Anyway, as for upcoming streams, tomorrow is Wednesday, I won't be streaming. Thursday, I think I'll be back with Vesperia. Since we finished today, I don't know, there's a small chance I could do Strikers on Thursday, but I think it's gonna be Vesperia. And I'll do Strikers, I'll finish Strikers on Friday, I think. Will be the final stream of that, and we'll fight all those bosses. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thanks for watching the story version, and hopefully maybe I'll see you for the last stream or not, and we'll see what happens. But until then, farewell.